Hello YouTube, Vox here. Today I'm responding to Rycom 14's Balanced discussion, which he released on May 16th, a couple days ago. And I want to discuss some of the things he talked about, as well as some of the things that I'm looking at when I'm playing the game. In that video, he talked about automatic rifles and what he thinks should be done with them to make them more fun to use. I like what he had to say, and I want to respond to some of the ideas, and I want to discourse on the proposed weapons that he mentioned. So one of the weapons that he mentioned particularly by name when he was talking about the balancing was the Liberator Concussive, which is one of the least used weapons because it's not really that enjoyable as it is right now. One of the things that he talked about in his video was durable damage, where if you're shooting a durable part, you receive a negative modifier on your damage. One of the things that I would like to see from the Liberator Concussive specifically would to see it have a higher durable damage than a regular damage, because the Liberator Concussive could then fill a role with destroying Devastators and Chargers, whereas right now its only role is to sit in the locker and never be used. In his video, Ryken proposed a couple different assault rifles that he thought would be fun to have, and when he made those propositions, they reminded me of certain things that I would also like to see in the game that I've been sitting ruminating on for a while. And so I'm going to bring those ideas that I have and see if I can't make them match up with the ideas that he has had in his video. One of his ideas was an assault rifle that you could bring in, dump a lot of damage in a short amount of time, but you have to worry about ammo efficiency. It's not really going to be that great a handler, and it's just quick bursts of damage and then get out, try to get more ammo from either a supply backpack or call in. And for that, I offer you the Diligence Carbine. The Diligence is a system we already see in the game, and we already have evidence that Super Earth repurposes systems for things that they think that they could probably use that system for. This is common in modern day militaries as well. You can see things like the M16 getting shortened to an M4, and I would love to see the Diligence get shortened into an automatic rifle. The Diligence Carbine would have a 30-round magazine, would have a full auto and a burst mode, would come with a basic scope like the one found on the Liberator, and would sacrifice a little bit of its damage to be able to bring it into an automatic rifle length. This is counteracted by the fact that you would be carrying fewer mags because of weight reasons, balance reasons, who cares? And so you would get in, dump your damage, and get out. The Diligence would also be already, as it is, a accurate weapon, and so if you put it onto semi, you would still be able to take long shots with it if you need to. Riken also then mentions two silenced weapons that I really liked the idea of, and so I mocked up a couple ideas that I think would be really easy to implement in the game. And the first of those is the Liberator Suppressed. In an effort to make this weapon quieter, the round has been slowed to subsonic speeds, as a hypersonic round is more likely to draw the attention of an enemy. Because of this, it's unlikely that an enemy is going to notice your presence unless you actually hit them with the round or make other noise otherwise. The flash is completely suppressed, and the quieter weapon makes for a better sneak and fight option. Of course, this comes with the downside of lower damage, and if you do get spotted, you're going to have a more difficult time disengaging, as your weapon is less effective when your enemy's actually looking at you. Since I was already thinking on the subject, and he mentioned more than one suppressed weapon, I looked at the submachine guns, which we only currently have 3 in the game. I said, what would happen if we suppressed a submachine gun? And so I offer you the Defender Suppressed. Unlike the Liberator Suppressed, the Defender Suppressed does not have its round speed reduced, meaning that the damage drop is significantly less from the Defender to the Defender Suppressed. This means that the Defender Suppressed would be a straight up upgrade to the Defender. So, in order to prevent that from being the case, we would need to lower some other aspects, such as maybe mag size or maybe number of mags carried by a player at any time. But it would be fun to have a suppressed SMG that you could use to actually get around in the game. Of course, I would be amiss if I'm talking about weapons and balance if I didn't mention something that is near and dear to my heart. My favorite weapon, the Diligence and the Diligence Counter Sniper. Being a DMR lover, I really love having a weapon that can deal some significant damage from a distance. And one of the problems that I feel with these two weapons is that they don't deal a significant amount of damage, particularly if you hit an enemy in a durable location. I think maybe if their durable damage were increased, that they would feel a lot better to use on a regular basis.
They behaving themselves?
But tell me, what do you think? What are your thoughts on the balance of Helldivers right now, where it stands with ARs, with DMRs, with shotguns? Let me know in the
Man,
comments. Maybe Arrowhead will see these videos and think maybe they might change their minds on how the balancing is done. Thanks. Have a good day.